Hello and welcome to Yin with Mir. My name is Miriam. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher, and my entire channel is about yoga for healing, which brings me into today's video, which is going to be all about yoga for releasing anger, sitting with whatever you may be going through, holding space for yourself, no matter how you're feeling, letting go of some of that guilt or that shame or that suppression that many of us hold on to when we encounter this challenging emotion. But hopefully by the end of this video, you'll at least experience a little bit of a deeper connection to the more beautiful side of anger. It's telling you what you care about, and it's telling you that maybe you need to take action in some way or another. The more gently that we can connect with anger, the more proud of ourselves we'll feel, and the more easily we will be able to process it and release it and work our way towards a more joyful and calm place. We don't need anything for this video, although the final pose we will be using 2 blocks for. So if you don't have 2 blocks, that's okay. You can still join for most of this practice. Thank you for being here. I'm so proud of you for being here. And once you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. Okay, so let's begin to just ease our way into this practice by first bringing ourselves into a cross-legged seated position. From here, let's connect our hands towards the knees, bringing the spine nice and long and tall. Closing the eyes, if you feel safe and comfortable to do so, just begin to connect with your breath. Taking some deep belly breaths in, sitting with the feelings of the breath. As you inhale, it passes through your chest, your ribs, your belly. As you exhale, letting go of some of the tension throughout your muscles, in your face, in your neck, in your shoulders, in your back. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Connecting the hands towards your knees, let's begin to warm up the spine as we inhale, leading forward with the chest, slowly lifting your nose up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, slowly rounding chin towards your chest. Inhaling for a seated cow and exhaling for a seated cat. One more time, inhaling to lift the nose, arching the back. Exhaling to round, lowering the chin, and let's work our way back into a center position. From here, bringing the right hand over towards the left knee, let's reach the left arm behind us, just slowly beginning to twist. And as we're here, when you inhale, trying to lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, that hand connects with your knee, deepening your twist, your chin, reaching for that back shoulder. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling for a subtle twist. Inhaling to reach up and exhaling to wring it out. Let's slowly, gently unwind, bringing both of our hands back towards the knees, pausing here for a moment just to observe. Deep breath in, and as we exhale, softening throughout all the muscles of your body. We'll begin to reach the opposite hand over towards the second side. We'll reach the other hand behind us and just slowly beginning to twist. You may notice some heightened tightness, especially as we go towards the second side. As you inhale, growing taller. As you exhale, deepening this twist. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, creating space. One more deep breath in. Exhaling to twist a little deeper, and then even slower, let's bring ourselves back through center, both hands connecting with your knees. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Slowly inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, just blinking the eyes to open. We'll just look down towards the space in front of your body. Having the eyes open, Just taking in your view what you see, what's in your field of vision, connecting with your sense of sight, noticing what's in the peripheral, letting your eyes feel ease, asking so little of yourself, just connecting with your breath, beginning to tune into anything that you might hear, the sound of my voice, any background or ambient sounds. Connecting with the surface of your skin, how it feels with your clothes, your body interacting with itself, the warmth of your own touch, the pressure that your body has connecting to the mat or the ground. Noticing anything that you may smell, anything familiar. Or maybe that's just a sneaky little way to take a deep breath. And then let's tune our attention to the layers deeper within, beneath the skin and your connective tissues, your muscles, your joints, your bones, your organs. Is any place calling your attention? And if not, that's okay, but just growing curious about your own experience, going a layer even deeper, noticing how you may be feeling, whether anger is present for you now, maybe it's background, or if it's been present for you recently, so it's somewhat easy to access all of a sudden. Noticing what is true and present for you right now. No need to draw any assessments or an analysis. No place for judgment or self-criticism. Simply sitting with how you're feeling as you're feeling it. Let's begin to release our hands behind the low back, and we'll all meet laying down on our backs, taking your time to arrive, being careful with each step. Let's reach both arms straight up overhead, your triceps alongside your ears, your hands reaching in the opposite direction as your toes, bending the knees, grounding down through your feet, and just walking the heels in a little closer towards your hips. So we're here, long back along the ground, knees are bent. As we inhale, let's squeeze the glute muscles, so squeezing your bum to lift your hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale while we're here. And as you exhale, lowering the hips and the hands down by your sides. We inhale to lift the arms and the hips, finding your length, taking up space. As you exhale, squeezing your glute muscles, lowering the hands all the way down towards the mat. 3 more times. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. The next 2 times are self-guided on your own, linking this movement to your breath. After your second exhale, we'll meet hugging the knees in towards the chest. Hands supporting the shins, drawing your knees in. Lift the nose up towards the knees, beginning to make yourself into this tight little ball. Noticing the effort that it takes to make yourself feel small. Noticing the tightness and the tension that comes from compressing ourselves into this smaller shape. Offering yourself a few deep breaths while you're here. Learning to rely on the breath as the tool that it is to help us release some of this tension, to refocus the mind and be more present. Keeping the hands positioned as they are, let's just lower the head down towards the mat. From here, extending your arms out from your sides or down by your sides, we'll begin to stack the knees over top of your hips, your legs at a 90-degree angle. Linking the breath to this movement, we inhale with the knees through center. And exhale the knees over towards the left, maybe to hover, maybe all the way down towards the ground. But we inhale up through center and exhale, lowering to the right side. Inhaling up through center, exhaling to lower. Keep flowing with your breath. But what is so special about this movement is when you bring your awareness towards the low back, notice as you're gently kneading out some of those pent-up emotions that we may store in the lumbar spine. You can even be more intentional by rolling or tilting your pelvis down, hovering in a place where you may feel a building knot, and slowly we'll all meet with the knees back through center, and let's lower both feet down towards the mat. From here, let's cross the right ankle over top of the left knee. And once again, sorry if my feet are dirty. I am realizing through yoga YouTube that they just always are. Option to begin bringing your right hand towards the right thigh, pressing the right knee away from you. This may be the place for you today, simply to hold, easing into this hip opener, at the same time deepening your connection to your breath. Alternatively, you can begin to lift the left foot up, interlacing your hands around your left hamstring, around your left shin, and we'll take 5 deep breaths here, trying to flex the right toes wherever you are as you ease into that right hip opener, beginning with the exhale. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's lower the left hand down, the left foot down towards the ground, uncrossing the right foot, pausing here either in stillness, gently windshield wiping the knees, slowly side to side. And we'll all meet, bringing the bottom of the feet together. Let your knees fall out towards the side. And let's begin by placing the right hand on the belly, the left hand on the heart. One thing to keep in mind as you settle into these butterfly legs is the placement of your heels with your groin, letting go of anything that you may have done before, and allow yourself the room, the space to wiggle around, to see what feels right, to meet yourself where you are, and then find some stillness. We'll be here for 5 deep breaths, only this time I won't be counting. Try your best to focus your mind on the counting. Inhaling to 5, exhaling to 5, for a total of 5 breaths. Let's begin. Open the arms out from our sides, palms facing up, and we'll just move only the right knee up through center, and we'll begin to stack the right knee on top of the left, finding your way into a reclined spinal twist. And you can keep your hands as they are, or if this is too intense along the chest, your pectoral muscles, or your right shoulder, then of course bring your hands in to connect with your body. This may be the better place anyway, especially if you've been hard on yourself recently, connecting with the warmth and the gentleness, the softness of your own touch. Or of course, opening the arms out. Play around. Consider entering a yoga pose like stepping into hot water. You don't want to jump in. Just ease your way in. Dip a toe. Give yourself time to see what feels right. And then accept that that's where you've chosen to be today. The nose can be pointing upright, or you can slowly begin to lower it over towards the right. This may deepen the twists from the spine up into the neck. As we're here, taking deep breaths, noticing what may be on your mind, where those thoughts, how those thoughts may leave you feeling, where those feelings may manifest in the body. And what can be really hard about anger, especially depending on your past experiences with it, either within yourself or with other people or in your childhood, is that the feeling can feel triggering in itself, just to simply be in the presence of it. When really anger can be a strong emotion that we experience, but something that we softly engage with. One helpful way to be present for yourself through your own anger, of course, showing up on your yoga mat and trying to release tension from the muscles and be gentle with your body, with your thoughts, with yourself, is so helpful and so kind. Another thing you can do, no matter where you are, whether you're on the yoga mat or not, can simply be to check in with your body, how you're feeling. Where do you find yourself tensing up? The face muscles are a great indicator. The spine is also one. Noticing if your upper back begins to hunch and tense up towards your ears. Noticing if you get a sudden pang in your mid-back. Noticing if your low back begins to grow achy or even chronically painful. For the final minute that we're here, practicing, turning your attention towards your body, noticing where there may be tension, and can you breathe into that place, offer yourself exactly what you need through fresh oxygen and energy and mindfulness, and exhale to welcome a softness, letting go of some of that rigidity. We're here for 1 minute, trying your best, and if the mind wanders, that's okay. Just keep trying. Keep trying, keep trying. You got this. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly rolling the right low back down towards the mat, pausing here in stillness to observe the imbalance, sitting with those uncomfortable sensations, trying to simply observe and heal through the breath as these sensations will fade. A reminder that good things take time and emotions take time to process. Let's all meet, crossing the left ankle over top of the right thigh. As we settle ourselves in on the second side, bringing your left hand towards the left thigh, begin to press that left knee away from you. Again, noticing if this is where you'd like to remain today, or if you'd like, you can lift the right foot up off the mat, interlacing your hands along your right hamstring or your right shin, flexing the left toes, One side may feel very different than the other, so try not to place the same expectations on yourself from one side and the next. We're here for 5 deep breaths, beginning with the exhale. We'll inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last round. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly releasing that right foot down towards the mat if it's not there already. Uncrossing the left ankle, both feet on the ground, and we'll set ourselves up in those butterfly legs. Once again, practicing letting go of whatever you've done in the past, letting go of these expectations or assumptions we may have towards ourselves, towards our bodies, towards the process. And then settling in. Placing your hands wherever you'd like, but might I suggest placing one hand in the palm of the other above your head, really bringing yourself to this open and receptive and vulnerable shape. And really expressing anger is so vulnerable. It takes such a deep connection with ourselves and a patience, as all the muscles may be tensing up, the nervous system may be activated in a fight or flight or freeze state. How can you be there for yourself despite whatever you may be going through? How can you soften in that moment so that you can be kind to yourself, trying to interrupt any sort of negative habits or patterns, trying to resist perpetuating problems that may be influenced from our past, softening through your deep breaths, closing the eyes if they aren't already, growing heavy into the mat, almost as if you are welcoming a sleep-like state in this shape. Scan through your face muscles, your neck, your arms, your spine, your hips, your legs. Let yourself experience ease and lightness while at the same time honoring that you may be navigating a really difficult time, challenging emotions that may be present for you. Even as I'm going through this, I notice my face muscles tensing up. This is natural. We're not bad at this. It all takes practice. And by showing up, this is a wonderful first step. But we have to keep showing up again and again and again. The work never stops. But it does get a little easier. We do grow to feel a little lighter. And eventually, as you begin to act more in alignment with who you are, who you want to be, that becomes very encouraging and self-perpetuating. The key, like anything, is simply to keep trying. Let's stay here for 5 deep breaths, only it's self-guided once again. Inhaling to 5, exhaling to 5, practicing, focusing the mind on your deep breaths. Let's begin. After your fifth exhale, releasing your hands out from your sides if they're not already, we'll begin to lift the left knee up and over, crossing the body. The left knee stacks on top of the right knee, and either bringing your arms out from your sides for this deep spinal twist or connecting your hands anywhere along the body that feels good for you. Taking time to assess how you're feeling on the second side, either with the nose pointing up towards the ceiling, or you can begin to lower it over towards the left. And closing the eyes, noticing how you're feeling, where you're feeling it. And this practice always changes. If your mind is wandering to the same place again and again and again, maybe the same muscles will tense up. But if the mind wanders to new places or somewhat haphazardly, jumping all over the place, idea to idea, notice how that affects the body, the nervous system. Are you tensing up all over in specific places? Is there a sudden place in the body that draws your attention? You become aware of that. Can you hold space for yourself and allow yourself to work through it with the breath? Can you notice the correlation between a thought, how it leaves you feeling, and how it manifests in the body? And rather than reacting to those sensations how you might normally, either with some movement, can you begin to sit with those feelings, focusing on breathing through whatever you're going through? Especially if that sensation comes in the form of a sudden need to fidget or scratch an itch or alleviate a tickle or reposition your clothes. Can you instead begin to sit with those feelings, especially as they grow, allowing yourself to practice not reacting, but rather choosing when and if and how you will respond? For the final minute that we're here, trying your best to remain totally still. As aggravating or irritating or loud the sensations may grow in the body, try your best for 1 minute to sit with those feelings and find your deep breath. But at the same time, if you do move, if you reach your limit, give yourself compassion and love. You're trying your best, only you know what you're going through. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then try again. Come back to the stillness for the remainder of the pose. We're here for 1 minute. As you are, let's begin. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's roll the left low back down towards the mat, recentering through the hips. And while you're here, closing the eyes, can you begin to meet your own needs? Maybe for the first time today or in a while. Welcoming any movement that feels right for you. Knees in towards the chest, extending the limbs up, welcoming some free-flowing movement, shaking it out. Whatever feels right for you is what's right for you. But notice how it feels to simply be aware of your needs and slowly begin to respond to them. Let's take 2 more deep breaths wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. And on your own time, slowly rolling forward, and we'll meet in a tabletop position. With the wrists underneath the shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Grounding down through the right hand, let's inhale, reaching the left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we'll weave the left arm underneath the right underarm, lowering down onto the left side of your face. 2 more times. Pressing into the right hand, we inhale, opening up to the left. And exhale, twisting, lowering the left arm underneath the right underarm. 1 more time. Inhaling to open up. Exhaling to close. And then while you're here, option to keep the right hand pressing into the mats, or you can reach the right arm long, finding this length from your wrist to your hip, or slowly begin to reach the right hand for the low back or your left hip crease. But as always, playing around, see what feels right for you today. Settle in. Let's take 3 deep breaths, slowly elongating the breath this time to a count of 6, beginning with the exhale. Let's inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing your right hand down in front of your face. If it's not there already, let's press into the right hand, slowly meeting back in a tabletop. Let's tuck the toes behind us and slowly sink the hips back towards our heels. This pose, this toe squat, is known for bringing some strong emotions, some strong sensations. We're targeting the fascia on the bottom of the feet. So often we rely on our feet, we use our feet. Our feet are such an important part of our daily lives, and at the same time, many of us tend to neglect them, not showing them some care, some deep stretches. The sensations may already be really strong, and if your eyes are closed, consider opening them, as that may help reduce the magnification. Otherwise, closing the eyes may build the intensity, as all your attention and awareness may be more narrowed in on the bottom of your feet, your experience. But what is so wonderful about this pose is noticing the shortness of the breath, or if your shoulders, your face begin to hunch forward or tense up, how can you exist here light? Taking your deep breaths. Let's be here for 30 more seconds. No, I won't do that to you. Let's be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walking the hands in front of the knees, let's walk our way back into a tabletop, just tapping out the toes. And we'll go towards the second side, slightly widening your knees. From here, grounding down through the left hand, we'll inhale, reaching the right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. You're looking up towards the right thumb or lifting the nose up towards the ceiling. Inhaling in this opening position, and as you exhale, weaving the right arm underneath the left underarm. 2 more times. Inhaling to open and exhaling to close. Inhaling to open and exhaling to close. We'll hold here this time, checking in with that left arm, how you'd like to position it. You can keep the left hand in front of your face. Reach the left arm forward. See how that feels. Maybe you bring your left hand towards the low back or the right hip crease. Whatever you're feeling in this moment is what your body is communicating to you that it needs. Settling in, holding here for 3 deep breaths, beginning with the exhale. We'll inhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering the left hand in front of your face if it's not there already, pressing into the left hand. Let's meet back in a tabletop and just welcome any spontaneous movements, some cat-cow, maybe some wiggling side to side. You can lower your hips back towards your heels or even lower your hips down towards the mat. Just taking some time to connect with however you're feeling. There is no right, there is no wrong. We're just allowing our bodies to move in a way that they might appreciate. This is really nurturing yourself, your spirit. And if you don't know how to bring the body, that's okay. Just play around. Welcome a lightheartedness to everything that's happening here. Crossing the ankles, we'll meet in a seated position. And if you have blocks, begin to reach for them, setting them up in a T shape. I would recommend the middle setting, but the alternative would be on the lowest setting, facing the same direction. I prefer this T block shape simply because we're going to be accessing the upper spine. We're slowly going to begin to recline onto the forearms so that that spinal block is positioned directly in between the shoulder blades. We want it in the upper back, not the middle back. And then begin to extend your arms out from your sides. The top block is just supporting your head. Keeping in mind that this block underneath the spine is offering some discomfort by design. The discomfort may be present right away. It may take time to reveal itself. Can you try to be gentle with yourself despite these strong sensations? Continuing to practice being patient with ourselves, delaying our own response. I believe that Seneca is quoted as saying, the best remedy for anger is delay. And that is a lot of what we practice in Yin, although not specifically, not always with anger, but we practice delaying our response. This allows for a mindfulness, a carefulness, an awareness of all the factors that may be feeding into whatever we may initially want to respond or initially want to react. But that delay, even by a second or a moment or a minute or a good night's sleep or by a day, by taking time, all of that can be helpful. But good things take time. Healing takes time. Flexibility, mobility, rewiring our brains, leading with more love, all of this takes time. The key is don't give up. Don't give up on yourself, on your efforts, on what you're committed to doing, to how you're committed to your own healing. There's a concept in yoga called aparigraha. It is one of the yamas, which is essentially like a moral code. And aparigraha is often thought of in terms of material items, a non-possessiveness, a non-greed towards our things. But it can also be extended towards our emotions, towards the people in our lives, towards our ideas, our beliefs, whatever we may think of as key to our identity. We may hold on to some things so tightly that it may eventually be holding us back. The attachments towards those things may have served a purpose at one point, whether through our safety or creature comforts, maybe just bringing us some joy or validation in a time when we needed it. Those attachments served a purpose, but the question of a parigraha is, what are we holding on to that is holding us back? What can you let go of that will help you live life lighter? We're here for one more minute. Begin to bring our awareness in towards the elbows, the forearms, the hands. As you press down into the mat, bringing yourself upright. Let's roll the ankles. Come forward and join me. Join me in a seated kneeling position. And while we're here, closing the eyes, scanning through the body, noticing how you feel from the surface of your skin to the layers deep within, placing your hands in a way that may support you. Let's take 3 deep breaths all together to close out this practice, beginning with your exhale. We'll inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's bring our hands together in front of our hearts, feeling the warmth of your hands as they interact with each other. We'll blink the eyes to open. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for being here, for taking the time to take care of yourself. And if you have any questions, comments, feedback, or anything, I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'm thinking of you. I'm so proud of you for being here. And I hope that this practice provided something for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wishing you all the best wherever you are in the world.